The 1-minute quick tutorial on how to use the ArboreDOM. We have the ArboreDOM program on our desktop. We have a couple of test programs to load into it on our desktop, so let's get started. If we double click on the ArboreDOM, that loads up into its default state. Programs live in this section here. This represents the store state, and this represents the more interesting bit, which is the heap state. At the moment there is no program loaded, there is no program being executed, therefore the heap is in its default state and the store is in its default state. If we open a program with File, Open, start with a simple program, then we have exactly the same reset state, but a nice simple program in the program area. And we can scroll up and down this program and we can see DOM commands are highlighted in yellow, identifier names are in red with literals in blue. What we can do is start executing this program, and when we start to run it, we'll see controls appear down here. The command that is being run or will be run in a second is highlighted in blue here, and this button will step through the program. So if we create a document, notice that the heap state is updated with the document node and the store is updated with the variable storing that node. If we step forwards once more, the obvious thing happens, and again, fine. We can stop executing at any point we like by pressing stop here, and we can reset the store and heap state back to their defaults by clicking clear state. So let's run through this program again from the beginning. We click start. This time what we can do is we can turn on the footprint visualization. If we click on the little eye down here, when it's lit up in blue, then the program will show you all three states for segment logic footprints. So the initial state is to frame off the grove we're going to use to create document. Notice the restrictions have appearing in the top section here. We can step through again, that segment is updated, and then we step through once more, and the status claps back to the segment-free version. So on this section, this is the footprint here, where we need a segment separated containing just the document, satisfying this element of the footprint. This doesn't exist on the heap or store, so needs nothing. We need an empty grove for the new root to go into, that's this segment. And this blacked out section of the store here represents the state of the program, which has been framed off. If we step through this, we'll see that being updated and reassembled. Step again, we'll see it coming to pieces and going back together again. This is a more interesting footprint for create text node, so if we step through it once and begin it, we notice we don't need the world node, we only need the document we're creating the text node on and somewhere for it to live. Therefore the world node is part of the framed off footprint. And we step forward once more, that's updated, and the entire thing is reassembled. So we can stop executing this now, reset the state, and this time we can turn on the description toggle here, which gives you the segment logic assertion for which this store down here and this heap here are the canonical model. If we press this button here, the program will execute itself whilst we go away and do more interesting things. Every few seconds it'll make a step through the program state, like so. And that's our 15-second tutorial for the ArboreDOM. We've also included a more interesting program in terms of complex program, but you really can, oopsie doodle, my windows are a bit small. You can put any program text you wish in this section here. If you get it wrong and make a syntax error, when you try and run it, the system will throw you an error and show you what line the error is likely to be on, like so. So if I break that, if I remove hit here, syntax error position 50, we just create the syntax error and then we can run the program as we would expect to. And that's the 35-second tutorial on the ArboreDOM.